Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm finally made it, I'm finally back. I was pretty busy actually with my studies, doing my PhD, but yesterday I just got some things really good going on through, and now I finally have time to take me some time for my YouTube channel again. So let's start directly with an interesting topic today. We have as well, we are retaking the topic of gaming laptops or laptops versus desktop workstation, desktop PC, gaming PCs, and we are going back to this topic, and we are going to take a look to some advantages, disadvantages, benefits. How can you really benefit from having a laptop? How can you really benefit from having a desktop? And that is going to be the topic a little bit of today. We are going to focus in my two main devices that I am actually using now. One of them is here my Razer Blade. This is the Razer Blade 15 from 2021. This is the advanced model with an OLED display and with an NVIDIA RTX 3080 with 16 gigabytes of video memory. And we're going to take as well a look to my main workstation PC, which is a Lenovo P620 with a 12-core AMD Ryzen Threadripper Pro and a similar graphics card, but with the line of the Quadro graphics card. Is going to be an RTX A4000. So from power and from specifications, actually in the same range. So it's going to be an amazing video, it's going to be very interesting, and stay tuned if you want to learn more. How are we going to start this video? We are going to start this video talking about use cases. This is always the same, the question. A gaming laptop is better. A gaming laptop can I bring with me everywhere? And a desktop PC is always there. For both cases, there are benefits, and for those cases you need always to take a look what are your requirements, what would you like to do, and how do you like to do that. For example, a laptop, an amazing device like this. I mean, we can pack so many power nowadays in a mobile device, and this is so thin, like literally so thin, not even 2 centimeters thick. And with these devices we can pack so much power now. Graphics power, amazing displays, processing power, storage as well is going really cheap, and these are just amazing devices nowadays. And then is the other kind of people that are usually maybe at home or at the office or now at home office, and they require a reliable workstation source in which they can really work and rely every day, and they have no compromises of a small display or battery life or something. They just need something reliable at their desks in order to work with it. So those are the main actual use cases. You always need to think about, do I need a device to be on the road? Maybe I need to change a lot from home office to my office. Maybe I go a lot on the weekends to my family and I want to take my gaming laptop with me, or I usually stay at home. That is the main difference that you always need to think about. Or maybe you can say, Jorge, why no both? Of course you can have both. It's no problem. For my example, I have both devices because I am sometimes on the road. I need to go to another country to meet with my professors of my studies, and of course I need something reliable, powerful on the go as well, not only my workstations. You always need to think about this. What do you need to do with your computer, and how are you planning to do it? The major reason actually in order to decide whether you go for a gaming laptop or for a mobile laptop or for a gaming PC or a desktop PC is actually pretty obvious. These devices, as we maybe forgot, they were made for the flexibility, for the portable use. They are actually portable devices, they are portable computers, and they are meant to be not only in the same place, in the same desktop every day, the whole life, the whole product life cycle at least. So they are intended to be on the road, they are intended to be mobile, and to, with this, give flexibility to the users. So actually that's the main reason. And even if you are a gamer, if you're a creator, if you're a scientist, if you're a researcher, graduate student, if you're a normal student, actually that's the reason when you are going to go for a mobile laptop. When your use cases, when your requirements demand something that allows you to be flexible in the place are you working for, are you gaming on, are you creating on, just go for a mobile device. Maybe you are not going to have all the performance, the power supply, all the things that we are going to discuss in this video probably, but at least you have flexibility of location. That's actually the main reason, and maybe in 2-3 years it's going to be outdated. But actually that's one disadvantage of having a laptop. And even if today is the most powerful gaming laptop that you can buy, in 2 or 3 years it's not going to be anymore. But at least it gives you flexibility. It gives you the freedom to be everywhere, working and using the maximum performance that a device can give you. And I think that's worth it actually. That's worth it if your demands, if your lifestyle goes in that direction. So that's the main reason. And let's go now to one of the major reasons that makes really a technical differences in between having a laptop or having a fixed computer. So let's take a look now to one of the main reasons, probably the major reasons why you will like or why you are going to go for a desktop PC and not for a gaming laptop. And that is hardware upgradability. Hardware upgradability. If you buy a device like this, I spent actually for my 17 Razer Blade Pro that I changed it later for this, I spent around 3,500 euros. 3,500 euros is a huge amount of money, and you buy actually what you pay for. You cannot usually change CPUs, processors, you cannot change graphics cards, not anymore really. Before was possible, but not really anymore now. And you can change storage, that's a good thing actually. You can upgrade storage, you can upgrade as well the memory RAM up to a certain grade. In this case it's 64 gigabytes. There are now mobile devices that support up to 120 gigabytes like the 17 inches mobile workstations. But that's actually the major reason. Hardware upgradability. I paid for this and I have a Intel Core i9 and I have a 3080 inside of it, and next year is exactly going to be the same, and in 2 years later it's going to be exactly the same hardware, and 3, 4, 5 years later it's going to have exactly the same hardware. There is no upgrade path for those main components. If you have a workstations in the other hand, then the history change actually. In this case, my Lenovo P620 has an amazing roadmap of upgradability. It is packing now an AMD Threadripper Pro 3000 series, but the main board that it has allows as well the newest Threadripper Pro 5000 series. And with those things, you at least are ensuring for, I mean, this is already a 2 years old workstation, and with this new upgrade that they got from AMD, they are getting an upgrade for at least, I don't know, 5 years already. And this meaning that you can change always the CPU inside this machine up to 64 cores. Maybe next year is going to be more, maybe 128 cores in the upcoming years. You can change memory RAM up to 1 terabyte, you can upgrade it, you can insert 2, 3, 4 graphics cards in case you need it, and every year, if you want, you can renew the hardware. At least the graphics cards, you can maybe tomorrow buy more memory RAM if today is not required for you. Tomorrow you can add as well more storage, like big storage, NVMe's, 3.5 SATA drives, 20, 40, 100 terabytes of storage you can pack on a machine like this. And that is one of the major reasons, upgradability of the hardware. Again, my laptop is an amazing device, but I know that in 2 years, probably it's going to be amazing still, but it's not going to be the newest hardware. And I paid a lot of money for this on those years. So you should always take a look to this one, to this factor actually, upgrades. You are going to be constrained a little bit, at least storage and memory RAM now is upgradable. And you will say, Jorge, no one needs 128 of memory RAM. Again, there is people that require that amount of memory, and that is going to be the main constraint of having a desktop PC and having a mobile device, in this case a mobile gaming laptop or a gaming PC. Hardware upgrades. The second main reason for having a desktop PC and a mobile gaming laptop is actually the cooling system, which translates directly into thermal efficiency of the semiconductors components that are inside the devices. Why this is important? Jorge, no one cares about it. Actually, that's probably the most important, maybe not for the user point of view, but for the device and the technology point of view, that is the main constraint of mobile devices or gaming laptops. Thermal constraints, power efficiency, cooling systems. If you have a giant PC like this, which weighs around, I don't know, 30, 40 kilograms, you have incredible thermal systems, cooling systems. You can dissipate tons of heat, you can dissipate tons of power that translates in heat at the end for the semiconductors. You can dissipate a lot of this. With this, you can ensure that the components perform usually at their best performance, that they are keeping always this high performance rate, because the thermal degradation is not actually happening at thermal degradation because of the performance, which is the biggest thing. If you have, for example, a laptop like this, which performs amazing and it has really cool technologies like vapor chamber actions, they have like 2-3 fans, the 17 models, again, amazing technology of vapor chamber in order to dissipate heat. Even if they are so good, they are still nothing compared to desktop PCs, because they are usually so loud, like really loud, in order to dissipate only 240 watts, and the fans are always spinning, and the processors at some points they are going to get really hot and the performance is going to start to degrade, which is the main reason actually of having, or one of the main actually differences of power in between mobile devices and desktop PCs, which is thermal efficiency. So take always this into account when you are buying a device. Maybe you save a lot of money and you buy an amazing Razer laptop like this. It's going to be super loud, really loud. I mean, I have really amazing noise cancelling headphones, and without them, I mean, you cannot even withstand to play with this laptop. It's just amazing, incredibly loud. And then you have, okay, then you need as well the power charger. This computer, this exactly 3,500 euros laptop, in order to perform actually good, in order to perform well, you need to be connected to a power source. Which is again, maybe now it's not the ultra mobile device that you wanted, because if you really want performance, if you are maybe doing some 3D modeling, some 3D rendering, you need to be connected to a power source. And if I am connected to a power source, I am somehow already constrained in position. In case the desktop PCs, because they are always connected to a power source, they can always perform as good as they will, and as well as you command to them. So that's another thing. Power brick. I mean, when I'm traveling to Spain, for example, for my PhD, I always need to carry this guy with the power brick, which is already like 3 kilograms, 4 kilograms, I don't know, but it's already something. And if I want to do maybe some 3D modeling, some simulations work with this laptop, I always need to be connected. Of course, if you are doing some gaming as well, you need to be connected to a power source. Maybe this is not such a big deal, but it's something to have in mind as well. Again, power consumption, thermal efficiency, and cooling systems. Another one, if you really want to play games with a device like this, and you want to really enjoy those games, those frames, and not worry about anything else, this is not going to happen with this laptop at least. You need something bigger, something thicker, with better cooling system. And for example, for my amazing Razer Blade, I have as well something like this, which is an external cooling device, which actually this is like poor quality. I don't know, I got it as a gift as well, but actually it works pretty good. It's quite heavy, bulky, it has some RGB that actually are quite good for the price. I think this is like 20 euros. And I usually use this when I'm doing almost everything at my home, because it helps a lot improving the thermal efficiency and the heat dissipation of my Razer laptop. It's a thin device, don't forget, and the thinner that you are, probably the cooling system are going to be not that great. Take that as well in mind if you want to have the best performance out of your mobile laptop and gaming laptop. Continue now with hardware expansion. Jorge, it's the same as hardware upgrades. More likely, yeah, but at least we are talking now here about something like you can expand the already capabilities that you have. Okay, what does that mean? For example, PCI Express card. This is a 10 gigabit network card. This can pretty easy in any almost desktop PC, at least in my workstation. It has like 7 PCI connection, PCI slots. All of them are 4.0 Express, of course, and you can always, I mean, do you want 10 gigabit networking? You can just install it in a desktop PC. Do you want 100 gigabit networking? 25 gigabit networking? You can always install it. You can expand the capabilities of your already device. Jorge, how do we do that in a laptop? There are docking stations. There are docking stations that allow you to expand some capabilities of your device. But even, for example, I have my Razer Chroma X for my Razer Blade actually, and yes, it's a PCI Express in which you can insert external GPUs. And with those kind of devices, you are able at some point to expand the capabilities of your device. If you have a external GPU enclosure, okay, good, you can expand with a GPU. But let me tell you, I'm going to make a video about it. I tried and test tons of things with my external GPU, and they work great actually. It is a Razer laptop, it is a Razer external GPU, Thunderbolt technology, and they work actually fine. But that's it works fine. You always have some kind of problems if you are really doing some specialized things like rendering on the GPU, like simulating on the GPU, and all those kind of things. They don't work actually that fine. But for example, when we talk about hardware expansion in a PC, in my Lenovo P620, you can insert up to 4 of these. They are single slot GPUs, and you can insert up to 4 of these, which is insane actually. Or maybe, Jorge, I am doing something bigger. This is one of a Frankenstein NVIDIA Tesla graphics card that I have here in order to test some parallelization of simulations solutions. And it has a fan actually here included that I somehow put it there. And those kind of things, for example, these kind of things, if you are into some kind of these things, or even if you are not into, you have the possibility to expand your device. And with the laptops, you are not having this. That's a main thing. Yeah? That's one of the main things actually that really divides the usage of gaming laptops and gaming PCs or workstation PC. Jorge, I want more storage that my laptop, even if my laptop nowadays can handle 2-3 NVMe slots, why not 4? With this card we can install up to 4 and rate them together. And we can install even 4 of these in a desktop PC. You can install even more. And those are the things that you are missing when you are having a laptop. And even if you have one of the best docking stations, GPUs enclosure, as I have, though you are missing some of those things. Or, I don't know, capture cards for PCI Express, those Elgato, very famous capture cards, you are missing on those kind of expansion things. As I just tell you, there are docking stations, monitored with docking station as the one that I am using actually now as well. There are amazing docking stations from Anker, from ColdDigit, and they expand a little bit the capabilities of your laptop device. But some things like these ones or like these ones are still missing. They are going to come for sure. They are going to come, but in 2022, they are not still there. Jorge, thank you very much for the information, but how do it help me really? When does make sense to have a gaming PC, a fixed PC, and to have a mobile gaming PC, a mobile gaming laptop, a mobile gaming device? When does make sense? And first of all is flexibility and your usage. If you are a gamer, if you are a creator that needs power on the go, that is always traveling, if you're a gamer that goes on the weekends to the grandma and wants to play as well there, or maybe do your homework or your engineering 3D modeling or your architect renderings, if you want to go to make them on the road, if you want to have this flexibility, this kind of small freedom to work, to play, to create, whenever you are, wherever you are, and whenever you want, then go for a mobile device. They are amazing. I mean, the performance of these guys are nowadays unbelievable. Like really, when I was younger, 10 years ago, let me show you how was the most powerful computer of 12 years ago. Let me show you how it was. But I mean, get a mobile device. They are amazing. They are so powerful. They look so beautiful now. And actually, if you don't get a Razer, of course, they're actually quite cheap. They really justify their prices. commodity, flexibility on the go. That's the main use case for a gaming laptop. And you can expand it as well as a desk workstation. When you have a good docking station with Thunderbolt, or when you have a nice monitor, then you can expand really capabilities of what this guy can do. And whenever you are not at your office, whenever you are not at your home, you can just unplug it, take the power brick with you, and go for it. So for that use case, it's amazing. So when does a gaming PC or a fixed desktop makes more sense? When you really want to do something different that requires more power, that really requires more instruments, more tools, and you want to have it always reliable at your desk and ready to be used at every point, then a desktop PC makes tons more sense. For me, it's also the case. I have my desktop PC here, my desktop workstation, always here, ready to work, ready to do simulations, ready to do 3D modeling, to do 3D rendering, and it's always there and performs amazing. It's also good for gaming. It's for the best. I mean, it's always here, and I know that I can trust in this device that I have here. That maybe it's not flexible. I cannot take this machine with me, never ever. This computer is always here. But that is the main disadvantage of having a desktop PC. But for workflows that requires to work, if you're a creator and you are creating some videos, if you are editing videos, if you are editing photos, to having a trust and reliable device always ready for you, that is going to be the main use case of a desktop PC. And as I said, power is the desktop PCs now, they can go insane powerful. Like things that even the best creators, Hollywood artists, video effects makers, they really work with this kind of devices. Engineers, at least from my experience of 15 years almost already, engineers, the best people, they work always with desktop workstations because they are the most reliable, the most powerful, and offer upgrades through the years. So guys, I thought it was better for you if I show you how this device really perform. I mean, how a gaming laptop and a gaming PC, they really perform in reality, and what are these things that they offer. So let's take a look together, yeah? I have, for example, here my Razer Blade 15. This is the advanced model from 2021, as I said. And I have here my Lenovo P620 workstations. Brutal device, like this is an amazing device. So I hope you can take a look now. I mean, I have no idea how I can play Saints Row with two things at the time, but I just will try. But I mean, this is running so smoothly. This is 4K. And it's running amazing. It's a little bit loud, I need to be honest, it's a little bit loud. And this guy is running 3840 by 1600, which is running as well perfectly smooth. I have no idea how I can play this. And this is how it looks. I mean, it's an amazing game. It looks so good actually. And yeah, I mean, there's actually no difference in gaming, I just told you. Even if this is 4K, there's no different in gaming. It's going to be an amazing job. This is running the 3080 with 16 gigabytes. This is running the NVIDIA RTX A4000 with 16 gigabytes, which is exactly again the same chip. And they are both performing amazing, great. I mean, maybe I can do some benchmarks more, but for gaming, is no difference at all in these two devices. So I just told you, if you really want to be more flexible, go for a laptop. If you really want to play in the commodity of your desk always, and you will be always ready to do some work, to do some game, then a desktop may be a better choice. For gaming, if you have good hardware in a mobile device and you have good hardware in a desktop device, it makes no difference. But remember again, hardware upgradability. This laptop maybe in 1 year, 2 years is not going to perform as well as today. And the computer, you can just swap the graphics card for a new one, you can swap the processor for a new one, and it's going to be again one of the best devices to play games. Comparing with V-Ray GPU CUDA, we are going to use both the CPU and the GPU, and in this case it's going to be actually the same. We have an NVIDIA RTX A4000 here, and we have the 3080 laptop GPU here, which, to be actually fair, is exactly the same GPU for both devices, but one is the professional model from the Ampere generation, and the other one is the gaming laptop, but actually is exactly the same amount of CUDA cores, same amount of ray tracing units, same amount of clock speed, which is actually insane. So let's start. We are going to use both the CPU and let's start actually with only the GPU so that you can see the difference of a gaming graphics cards against a desktop graphics cards when they are actually exactly the same. Let's start, and let's just wait for the results. So the Lenovo P620 already finished, and we got a score of 1085 B-Ray pads. Let's take a look now to this one. It's finishing now, and this one has a score of 1028, which, let's be honest, is exactly the same. And just for your information, I disconnected the external fan, the external cooling system, and of course that is already generating some of this throttling of the GPU. Now I'm going to just show you a performance benchmark with SolidWorks. SolidWorks is a 3D modeling software, one of the most used for students, and I will just start the benchmark and here as well. And now it's starting. This is going to take a while because it's opening data models, but now it's running, and at the end I will get a score as well. Probably this, of course, the winner is going to be for sure the Lenovo P620, because the drivers optimization from the 3D professional Quadro graphics cards, and this is going to be not really well optimized for us. Both devices are going to be able to make it. It's just about how are they going to perform. But look, this is insane. I mean, it makes no difference actually having a laptop and having a PC. If you're a normal engineering student and an architect, you are not going to notice any level of difference, to be honest. Only if you are really exaggerating with the huge amount of data models that you're having, or you are making huge assemblies like thousands of parts and shading optimization, then you are going to notice the difference. But I mean, this is an amazing laptop. It has an amazing hardware. So it's actually, you can notice no difference in between both devices. It's going to be probably the same. But I will show you now later where actually the difference start to happen. This is the configuration of my actual laptop now. This is my Razer with an i9-11900H, 8 core, 16 threads, running at around 4 GHz, always in turbo boost. I have 16 4 GB of memory RAM. I have 2 SSDs, which is actually insane. I have one 2 TB, one 1 TB, and then I have the integrated graphics cards, and I have the RTX 3080. So, and these are the configuration of my Lenovo P620. I have a 12-core CPU, I have 120 GB of memory RAM, I have 2 massive HDDs, 8 TB each one, I have a RAID array of NVMEs, I have another RAID array here of NVMEs, and I have a 10 gigabit network card integrated, and I have my NVIDIA RTX A4000. When does the difference start? For example, if you take a look here, we have now 128 GB of RAM, and I can upgrade this up to 1 TB. This Razer, as good as it gets, it can go up to 64 GB only of memory RAM. Jorge, when do you need that? Actually, for my simulations, in 1 second of simulation, immediately the 64 GB are not going to be enough if I'm doing a good simulation with a good mesh of elements. And 128 on this one is also not that much, but it works actually pretty well. For big stuff, I have my other workstation, that the Dell workstation, maybe it's a little bit older, but in that one I have a massive amount of memory RAM, I have a massive amount of cores as well, and that's where the differences start to happen in between mobile devices and desktop devices. So again, the CPU, in this case, I have a 12-core CPU, which is already a little bit more than this one, but the Lenovo P620, it can go up to 64 cores. And if you really are doing if you are really doing something that requires so many cores, then you are going to have a difference in between laptops and desktops. I personally, for gaming, I use my Razer laptop, but not because it performs better or something, it's because it has a 4K OLED panel. And even if it is only 60 Hz, I like more to play with this laptop because the OLED display is amazing. So at least that's in my personal experience. I usually play games with my mobile device, and I usually do my work with my workstations here, but I watch as well content here, my videos, I edit my videos here. But for all of the Go things that I have both of them. I use my mobile device more, usually. How do you justify having a fixed workstation, a workstation PC? When you are really doing something extra, like if you are pushing the boundaries of engineering, if you are an amazing architect, if you are an unbelievable creator editing the best high definition, high resolution videos that you are possibly making, if you are really pushing the boundaries of what you can do and what you would like to do, then a workstation like this or a gaming PC is the best choice for you. Maybe you are not so flexible, you are losing completely flexibility, but you are really pushing the boundaries, you are doing the best that you can. Maybe you are simulating as a student one of the Formula race cars that any university has now. Maybe you are doing some fluid flow simulations with those. Maybe you are doing some structural mechanics simulations. Maybe you are trying to simulate on real-time object detection with MATLAB because you are a student of computer sciences. Maybe you are doing the best building renderings using Revit because you are an architectural student and you like to do these kind of things in the best possible way. Then a workstations, it has no comparisons. I mean, I am using workstations since years, and they are here in my head because they are just perform amazing. If you are really doing this more, this a little, and if you are not doing it today, but you want, if you are planning to push a little bit more, then a gaming PC, a fixed workstation is going to be the ideal for you. And don't forget, the price of old workstations is being minimized year after year. If you buy this P620 today, maybe it's still in the $2,000 US, 2,000 euros zone, but maybe in 1 year it's going to be less expensive, and in 5 years, which is going to be still an amazing computer, like the HP old workstation that I already showcased in my YouTube channel, they still perform like monsters, and they are insanely cheap. So, thank you very much guys for watching. I hope this video helps you, and I hope as well the real benchmarking, the real show off of what happened here in my office, at least it can help you a little bit, you to decide what is the best for you. If you are getting a mobile device, if you are getting a desktop PC, I hope it helps you, this video, in order to make that decision. And thank you very much again for watching. Any comments, please just let me know. If you like this video, please like the video. We are now more than 1,000 subscribers, and I told you that I was going to make a giveaway when we reach the 1,000 subscribers. I still have that open. As I just told you, I was very busy with my studies, I was very busy with my work, and I didn't really got the chance to make it right because I want to make it right and good for all of you. So I'm still working on that. Again, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe, that will help me a lot, and see you on the next time.